I'm going to be talking today about how to retool your brand for generative age, which sounds kind of complicated, but in essence, it's focused really on how can we help brands build better experiences for people today. Because we know that we talk about AI as though it's a future thing, but actually it's already in people's lives. We help remind people that so many of us already go to ChatGPT or Gemini every day to just ask questions and to discover new things and actually to get recommendations of products. And we found through a recent study we did that half of young people today self-report that they're actually going to these services first before they go anywhere else. And they also have said that they would trust the recommendations coming from these services for products more so than even friends or family, like the people that know them the best. And there's a reason for that. We think that they're actually really helpful. And rather than fight that, we kind of need to lean into it and think about, well, what are the implications of that? We give the example as well that, we talk about the AI as a future thing, but so many people, for example, if you have an Android phone today, you know that you could be on social scrolling, you could see an awesome new jacket, you could click on it, circle it, and then a Google Lens would pop up some search results for you that would show you that jacket or others like it. And we said for brands, you need to understand that that's, again, not a future thing. It's happening today. And so you need to be thinking about how do you make sure that you show up first in that search? When people are searching for recommendations around products, how do you make sure that the things that you think are important about you are showing up in that search so that you can help connect with people in new ways? We also, we'll give a reference today that one of our largest clients, Google, they're building everyday assistants into all the different products and apps and services that they have. So, for example, you could be on photos and you could be scrolling for a picture and trying to be like, where's that picture of me in Rio? And that actually it's going to bring up that result. So again, these assistive features are already here. They're already in people's hands. People talk about the AI as though it's this thing coming into the future, when actually it's a small thing that happens every day that should be seamlessly built into everything that you do. And so when we're designing new experiences, it's not about like, how do I build an AI experience for somebody? We're actually focused on how can we build things, new experiences? So wherever you are within digital or wherever else, we're actually building experiences that are assistive and helpful for people. And it just so happens to be today that we have new AI technologies and tools to be able to facilitate that. Today in our talk, we're going to be showing some of the examples of this. We're also going to be showing how, for example, even in the world of content, so say that you want to build new connections with your customers as brands. We give the example that, I actually did this experiment that I realized I had 150,000 unread emails in my inbox, which is crazy. But it's because we have too much content in our world today. And a lot of conversation in our industry to date has been very much focused on how do we help create more content for people. Truth is, people don't want any more content. We've got more than enough. And actually, the great irony is that the same tools, technology that we're using to help us create more content is also the same technology on the other side for consumers that's going to increasingly filter that out so that I never need to read those 150,000 emails. And so again, in our talk today, we put it out there to brand marketers and say, again, if it's all about service of creating better experiences, how about our job isn't just to create more content, but it's just to create better content for people? And that's a slightly different challenge for us about how are we going to use technology to maybe just create some better quality content. And we'll give some examples today of some work that we've done with different organizations. We have the privilege of working with lots of large brands around the world. But from my perspective, in terms of the work that I do, it all comes back to, whilst the technology might change, our jobs are fundamentally always the same. It's really about how can we create more meaningful, more valuable, more lovable experiences for people, harnessing the best of design and the best of technology.